It's been 4 years, but the Texas Longhorns are headed back to Omaha for the College World Series. I've been wanting to see a championship here at Texas since I've been here. I've just ended my sophomore year at Texas, and this looks like going to be one of the best chances to get one. Texas has really been a storied team in college baseball. Aguirre's got two. He's been coaching for 41 years, coaching here for 13. But the Horns have 6 titles overall. This is our 33rd time to be in the College World Series. So we've been there. But these guys on this team have never been there. This is a whole new experience, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do and hopefully push it across far enough to get that championship at the end. We are the overall number 1 seed, and we were tested against TCU at least in game 2, but the Horns were able to pull it out. But there are concerns about this team going into play the College World Series. We're not the most powerful hitting team. It's kind of weird. You watch the Rangers and you watch the Longhorns. The Rangers are all about, at least in past years, hitting the long ball. Though this year the defense and pitching got better. With Texas, it's all about really the pitching and the defense. And on offense, we've got guys like Kevin Keys and Brandon Belt who can knock it over. Preston Clark, who I think only hit 1 home run so far. He used to be, but his injury's been bothering him. So really, that's not really our game. We can do that, but we're mostly about playing small ball. And Augie Garrido has turned this team into probably the best small ball team in the country. I mean, in Game 1 against TCU, we had 7 sacrifice bunts, an NCAA record. And but when you rely on that, that's a great strategy, but other things in the game have to work out. If you watch the series against TCU, in Game 2, we got beat 3-2, a low-scoring game. We couldn't get enough runs to win it. In Game 1 and Game 3, we were able to win the games. And here was the difference. In Game 1 and Game 3, especially Game 1, our leadoff hitters got on base. Whoever came up first in the inning usually got a hit and got on, and so we were able to implement the sacrifice bunt. So whether or not we were hitting the ball well or not throughout the rest of the inning, we're usually able to get at least 1 run an inning, which if you can get 1 run an inning, you're doing pretty good. In Game 2, the Horn Frogs were doing a really good job of getting the first guy out, making sure that we couldn't do that and forced us to hit the ball. We weren't able to score enough runs, and Vern killed us from the base and hit enough home runs to beat us. But we won yesterday, and the Horns are headed to the College World Series. And I'm very excited. We've got Southern Miss coming up this Saturday. I'm happy we got Southern Miss. I kind of wanted to play Florida a little bit. Florida was the last team we beat in the national championship in 2005. I'd like to kind of get that rematch again. But, Southern Miss pulled off the upset, and we'll see how it turns out. A lot of good teams in the College World Series this year. You got Virginia making their first appearance, but they were one of the top national seeds. University of North Carolina has been outstanding all season. And, the Razorbacks really came on there at the end. So, and other teams, but Cal State Fullerton, usually a usual suspect in the College World Series. Got a lot of good teams and going to have a lot of good baseball coming up. And I really am confident. I think that the Horns, with the amount of pitching, when you've got Austin Wood on your team, you've always got a chance to win that game. And the rest of the defense has done well. And the team has really seemed to get better as the year's gone on. I do think it's kind of sad that we're the only Big 12 team left. I thought our conference would kind of rep a little bit better, but we'll try to do the best we can and make the Big 12 champions again, but most important, make the Texas Longhorns champions again. Also, before I leave you guys, I want to put a link in the sidebar. 2 of the guys I worked with at UT at the Daily Texan, some of you knew that I worked with the newspaper, the campus newspaper here, Jordan Godwin and Chris Tavares, 2 of the guys I worked with, have started their own sports blog and sports vlog. They're trying to get that started up, called the Morningwood Beat. I know, it's pretty clever. I thought so. But you guys check them out. They've just got started up. They're not just covering Longhorn stuff. So you want Longhorns news? That's a place to go. But also they're giving their opinions on other things as well in sports. So I'm gonna put their YouTube channel and their blog up here on the sidebar. So if you guys want to kind of look and see what aspiring journalists are thinking about certain sports, go check them out. They got some good stuff. All right, guys. We'll see you guys later, and hopefully the Horns can bring the title home. We'll see you later, and hook 'em horns and Texas fight.